see you. You are now listening to ShoutFactory Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattered Cast.
Hello everyone and welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut. I am your host, Oscar Alonso, as always known as Oscar and J-Boy, and joining me tonight, as always, is the marvelous group of charismatic individuals. First up to the plate is, of course, Mr. Skullface himself. Skullface, how you doing?
I'm very well. I'm with a good group of people.
Fine.
I just decided I'm going to talk over everybody tonight. So, get used to it.
That's good, Gregors.
So, it's Wednesday.
Meet up next on Hump Day, everyone's favorite little cuddly teddy bear, internet troll, our good friend Greg for Mercy, also known as Gregors, in the Care Bear department.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about the man orgy that's going to go down in Chicago.
Oh, no.
And following close behind him, emphasize behind him, the one, the only, everyone's favorite Hasbro supporter, Mr. Deluxe Matthew.
Oh, fuck man love, I swear.
Nothing says I love you, bro, like braiding your best friend's back hair.
The wings part.
And of course, joining us this evening, as always, our legitimate straight man, our voice of reason. He is established and probably the only YouTube reviewer we respect. Not really. The one, the only, T2RX6, Mr. Justin.
What's going on, everybody? It's Skullface's favorite nerd.
That's right. And of course, I saved the best for last. He is the panty dropper, the bass in Shattered Cast Uncut, the one, the only, Mr. Mega 81 and 1.
This is Mega 81. What's going on?
Ooh, child. My panties wet.
Oh, I can't wait for you to get into this shit, Oscar. I really can't wait.
What do you mean?
Just to get to the first topic. I literally, legitimately cannot wait.
So, of course, as always, our first topic. Oh, brother. It was the teaser for the Transformers Age of Extinction, which aired, I believe, before the Super Bowl, correct?
It did. Oh, during.
Was it during? I never watched it while it was on. I watched it after, I think it was, Max Linden posted the, teaser.
Yeah.
I think around second quarter, I think.
So before I gotta hear what you guys thought about this. Cause we all know the groups are on fire because everyone's too busy arguing about what's what and Bayformers sucks, and if you like Bayformers you're not a real fan, and if you hate Bayformers then you hate America, you know, and, or you know, or like, OMG, you've got no love, the franchise, he's raping our childhood, you know, little whiny fags that state that as well. Because I don't play, I display.
I gotta tell you, I honestly, I smacked myself when it was over because I started getting a little bit excited about it. And I gave myself like a full-fledged slap to the face, and I was like, no.
Like a newspaper to the nose, like a dog.
Do not get excited about this. This will break your heart. I listened, I'll tell you what, it's funny, I listened to Radio Free Cybertron's episode today, and
oh, I'm sorry.
No. It's, but Rob Springer, who shows us some love on the Facebook page, he actually, like, this is before the trailer came out, they were talking about the anticipation of the trailer, or the teaser rather, and, he said, why are you guys even excited about it? You know what it's gonna be. And Optimus looks up. And Gritty City.
I must stop him.
Evil Decepticon. And smoke and explosion. And prepare. And like, sure.
Hot chick running at the camera in slow motion.
That's what the fuck it was. You know what I mean? That guy's a soothsayer.
Oh, you could go ahead and blame the film Inception for that shit. I mean, after they did their trailer, that way everyone started fucking doing it. I couldn't help but think they fucking went ahead and just tweaked the mechanics of like the "you got it wrong" buzzard sound for Jeopardy. But,
what was everybody's first impressions though?
I was just confused with like all the action going on, and I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of it was not finished production work, so it didn't look smooth on a lot of things to me. But I think that's going to change, obviously. But I don't know. I kind of dig Grimlock, even though he had horns. So pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I enjoyed it, but I'm not going into this movie with high hopes. I just gonna go there and watch it pretty much and see how it is. No expectations.
Matt Baldwin's in love.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. Male boner the whole fucking time.
Well,
I had a hard on.
I cannot wait for the deluxe line of this. I tell you, I'm all over it.
Fuck it.
I only got one word for this film, 3 letters, FAP. And that's all I did.
I was fapping. If I wouldn't have been at work, I definitely, I had a hard on.
That's
I was at work, I got a little break, and I went back to the thing, and I didn't expect I was going to see it. And it came on, and there were a bunch of other coworkers back there, and I blew a load in my pants. From everything from, even Marky Mark, doing this, I don't think he's he's a great, actor and everything, but it's just weird that he's going to be in a Transformers movie. That's all to me.
Why is that weird?
Because he's a really good actor. I mean,
he does like action movies like all the time though.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not shocked that he's in the film. The last film I actually paid to see him in was in that horrific fucking M. Night Shyamalan film with like the plants were killing people. Yeah. He had like this heartfelt conversation with a plant and he's like, "It's plastic. I'm talking to a plastic plant." It's like, wow, I should go.
It was just hot. And at the end, when Optimus riding Grimlock, he does kind of look dragonish, but I really like it. I dig it. I think it's going to be, a great movie. I think,
You think it's going to be a great movie?
Yeah, because I think it was a
great movie.
It was one of the
hype about the choice.
It was the most hyped, and it was the most hyped teaser trailer shown on Super Bowl. A lot more people will see it.
Shawshank Redemption, Transformers: Age of Extinction, like a great movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's going to be awesome. I think I'm excited for it, and I wish they would bring Starscream back, but whatever.
Yeah, he's not in the movie.
Man, good riddance.
Yeah, who posted that picture in the chat of the Dorito that was Starscream?
That was me.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I like that picture.
Yeah, anyway, you guys see the photo of like Inferno confirmed for Age of Extinction, and they just basically copy and pasted a photo of Beast Wars Inferno. I saw that. I thought that was pretty clever. I was like, what? Oh, that was good.
I'm gonna go see this a couple times. I can already tell you that. Even my wife liked the trailer. She's like, yeah, I just saw a bunch of stuff transforming, and that was it. I was like, yep, that was.
That's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, hey, he can make a trailer. I mean, y'all may say he's that dude can fuck up. He can fucking make a trailer, man.
We can fuck something up, all right.
I disagree. I don't think that was a great fucking teaser trailer. Like, you have no fucking idea what's going on. Like, if you look at like teasers of I think that love them or hate them, and I hate them for the most part. But like the Star Wars prequels, like their fucking trailers. Every time you thought, oh, they're gonna make it good this time. This time they're gonna make it good. And you got an idea what the story was gonna be about. And, same with like Dark Knight Rises, when that little teaser that was just fucking Gordon and Bruce talking in the hospital room. But you still got an idea of what, you have no fucking, this is just, well actually, to be honest, I guess I'm wrong, because it is kind of appropriate. It's just gonna be fucking big robots, more mayhem, and that's what the fucking movie's gonna be about. It won't be about shit else. So, I guess they don't really have anything to work with, but still, you have no idea what's going on in the movie from that trailer. Sorry.
Well, I don't want that. I don't want to know what's all in the movie right now. That's just the teaser. I know, but I'm just saying,
about what the movie's. What is that movie about?
Nobody knows. I don't want to know.
My problem, I had the problem, like I said, I was confused a lot, and like you get a lot of the trailers and you can at least kind of get an idea of what's going on. This is just like, my very first impression until I saw Optimus was that this was a Pacific Rim 2 trailer.
And that's another thing. I'm tired of Optimus getting fucked up. I mean, that's the big gripe. Every movie, Optimus has to take one in the chest.
I call it,
every time.
you know what I call that? I call it, for those of you who ever remember watching the Ghostbusters cartoon series, I call that the Egon Spangler effect, because anything that happened to the Ghostbusters, it always happened to fucking Egon. Like, everyone else was safe, but Egon Spangler was either possessed, or he was turned into a fucking baby, or he was fucking changed into this. Like, G1 wasn't like, okay, Optimus Prime's in trouble again. No, like, they actually focused on, like, on the other characters and shit, but I agree with you on this. Like, every fucking film, Optimus Prime's either almost killed, or is killed. It is fucking stupid. It's like, wow,
it's like a Bumblebee or something, or God dang, something else, somebody else.
Well, you know, do you think it's possible that you know, because we might, you know, all the rumors of Galvatron talk, that we might be getting a Rodimus situation?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, the rumor with Ultra Magnus, I mean, he might take over.
Yeah, but that wasn't that rumor for like Dark of the Moon? It turned out to be fucking Sentinel.
That's not Ultra Magnus anyway, because if you look,
Is it not?
that black truck's Galvatron.
Yeah, and there's another white truck though from a long time ago.
That's supposed to be Optimus, though. They say.
What about that old grungy truck, the camouflage?
That's supposed to be Optimus.
That's Optimus in evasion mode, is what they calling it. I'm not lying. Like, it's supposed to be like some rickety asshole truck while they're in China, or wherever the fuck they are.
There went my whole paycheck because I'm getting a bunch of toys.
So maybe he takes an ass whipping, and then he goes into that old beat up truck. Like, oh, I need a new body. I can't believe I haven't heard from the two people whose opinionated level matches my own yet.
I was just waiting for Matt to finish.
Whatever. Fuck you, Greg. I had to wait for you to finish all the time.
I'm sure you do, buddy. I'm sure you do. Giggity, 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 goo. Alright. Alright, go ahead, Greg.
Well, alright. Well, now I don't want to say anything. I don't want to agree with Matt at all.
Hugs.
Stop.
But fuck you whole hard in Chicago.
Hey,
stop being such a drama queen. Just say it, bro. Say it.
I'm kind of excited. I like the fact that Lockdown is in it, and I don't know, like, he kind of does his own thing, so it'll be nice to have like the wild card on the ground, because I'm pretty sure, you know, he's the one that shot Optimus with the gun face thing, because then you see him. Well, the only way I know anything that happened in the trailer is because I screen capped all of it, so I could effectively troll the internet when I got off work. But yeah, that scene where he's got Optimus hanging upside down and like he's coming at him with his like crazy torture claw thing, you know, that leads me to believe that is the aftermath of shooting Optimus Prime through the chest. I knew it was going to happen, but I'm kind of pissed off about the whole Galvatron thing, because it's just Megatron's head on another body.
Right.
Yeah.
That takes away the Motor Master theory, right?
That
Yep.
would.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Well, don't worry, you've got an Abominus theory, because one of the Dinobots had two heads, so it must be a Terracon.
Maybe it's gonna be a Headmaster Megatron.
What if the guy's face that turns into a cannon is like that's Galvatron transforming into a cannon? You know what I mean?
Who do you think Lockdown's working for? I mean, do you think
That's not Lockdown, that's Target Master Starscream. He's ultra rare.
But do you think that maybe he's working for Unicron?
No,
please, no, don't. If they fucking go the way of, I'll wait for my turn. Never mind.
You're up.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. First off, for the fucking trailer, when I saw it, I won't gonna lie, I fucking loved it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in theaters. Now, me and Skullface and I a while ago had this talk. He and I are not people who are like, oh, Michael Bay raped my fucking childhood. But I told Skullface, I'm probably still gonna see it in theaters, because I saw the first three the same way. And I may like it, I may not like it. I thought Dark of the Moon was okay. The first one was meh. Second one was like, wow, that writing's fucking everywhere. Okay, but when I saw this, I for a second thought, I'm not gonna lie, and it's funny that Justin said it. I thought it was a kaiju film, not Pacific Rim 2, but I was like, oh, this must be the new Godzilla. And then I saw Optimus Prime, and I was like, oh, that's not Godzilla at all. But when I saw Grimlock and Optimus Prime riding him, I was like, wow, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because apparently something like that, according to a lot of people in Facebook, that's like, oh, that's so fucking lame. You would never ride Grimlock. Fuck your couch. The fuck do you know?
Probably not riding.
I don't think it said Optimus wouldn't ride Grimlock so much as the Grimlock that most people know wouldn't let Optimus ride him. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not G1.
Oh, please, you're gonna sit there and attempt to psychologically analyze a fucking dinosaur that has the brain power of a 2-year-old?
I actually, like, I agree with that, and I'll agree with you, Oscar, too, that seeing it, I was like, cause I was like, I don't know about Optimus riding Grimlock, but, seeing it, I was like, alright, that's pretty fucking cool, and then I was like, Grimlock's gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge.
But, I think that Justin's right, that, like, Grimlock before he got kind of turned into like the Autobot-based pet, after the movie.
Yep. Comedy relief, unfortunately.
Yeah, like before that, he was a little, he was kind of an Autobot by default almost. Mm-hmm. Like, and the idea of him letting somebody ride him, I think that is, and that's it. I'm not saying that. Well, now, since all the other Bay films have been so good to the characters and true to the characters, where do they get off fucking it up now? But I think that the Grimlock character that people that are G1 based know and love, they don't really think of him from the movie on. They kind of think of him from the first 2 seasons, and that Grimlock, isn't going to let fucking anybody piggyback him. So I think is what Justin's getting at.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it just gets retarded because everyone that owns a MP Grimlock and an MP Prime are taking the photos going, oh, me Grimlock, not want you ride me.
Hold on one second. This is a live call. Wait, check this out. Hello? These people called me earlier. If they answer, I'm gonna jump in their ass. Hello? Oh, they hung up. Fuck.
Because they heard you say I'm gonna jump in their ass.
I mean, why are people getting mad about Grimlock?
Because they're fucking, I'll tell you why they're mad. Because they're fucking geeks, that's why. And that's fine, dude. And that's what sucks about when you're really, and I stuck to my guns on this when it came to comic book movies in general. The more you know about a character they're featuring on, whether it be like the Daredevil movie or the Wolverine movies, the less you're gonna like the film because you're gonna feel like it's not true to the whatever fucking mythos is established by the character. So people like us that know our history for Transformers, we watch these films, we're just like, what the fuck? And the thing is, like, these people that sit there and are wishing death to Michael Bay by fire aren't acknowledging the fact that maybe, hey, you know what, he's kind of going the same route like all these other comic book movies went and are establishing their own fucking canon. Okay, there's no reason to fucking work and get yourself all worked up over it. Get over it. Now, furthermore, to continue my impressions of the trailer, to go ahead and to show us all this just for it to be a build up to the grand nemesis of any Cybertronian, which is Unicron, I think would be ultimate fail. I don't want to see classic villains. Like, I sat here and back when I was at BKBN, I had a discussion with Scott and Xavier where I sat there and I said, for that film, I would like there to be a different Decepticon commander. We may get that with Lockdown, that'd be fucking great.
Yeah.
And for them to go back to default and do fucking Megatron again, or Galvatron, it's like, but it's been done before.
Yeah, this would have been the perfect time to put, like, Bludgeon or something.
Exactly, or Thunderwing, or make a Phase 6er, like Six Shot or Overlord, to be the main antagonist. Yeah. That'd be fucking awesome.
But then they'd have to make a toy that has to, like, for
look like it.
Have 6 forms, and they're like,
Oh, well, they did such a great job on that pathetic first edition Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
They can't fail.
The normal movie viewer, they're not gonna know anything about Galvatron. I mean, that's what, I get pissed off if people get mad because they rate, Michael Bay rated the show. He's not making it for all the fans. He's making it for everybody. And the common person that goes watch these movies don't know jack shit about Galvatron, Lockdown, Unicron.
I don't think he's making it for the fans at all.
Oh, I know he's not.
He's making it to turn a buck.
I think the statement that he's making it for everybody is not true. I think the statement is
he's making it to turn a buck.
He's making it for everybody except the fans.
He's making it to turn a buck, dude.
Transformer fans are balls deep in the Super Bowl, but every fucking time the Super Bowl comes around, that's where he premieres the trailer. He's making it for people that don't give a fuck about Transformers from a fucking hobby perspective.
Mm-hmm.
He's making it for fucking jocks and shit. They want to take their girlfriends and go, hey, you want to go see some fucking robots on Sunday?
And then we'll be in the parking lot and stick it up your ass, man.
You know, like that's who he's making it for.
And I'll donkey punch.
And those are the same type of people that don't give a fuck whether or not fucking mix masters in 2 places at once and all that kind of shit.
Oh, Lord.
And people need to realize that there are different continuities, and not everything can rely on G1. I mean, it got G1 elements in it, but it's not G1.
It's got nods. I wouldn't even call them homages. They're nods. It's like, hey, look, this chick the Witwicky guy's fucking with, her name's Carly, and she's blonde like the chick from the G1 cartoons, but she's a fucking pretender. Right. You know.
What do you guys think that green guy is shooting? Is that Drift? Is that who they're
I believe that's Slingshot. Or Crosshairs, whatever their name is.
Do you think that his trench coat is going to be, is it like a self-warmer thing?
I don't know.
I'm serious.
I'm starting to think a lot of these figures are going to be like that first edition AOE Prime I recently saw like shitload of reviews on.
Yeah, they're just, you know, they made his coat a shell so that way they can just make it parts of the car. And then, you know, you're good. It's screen accurate, it's not shell forming.
But of course, I'm such a fool.
My other question, and this is aimed for Greg,
Gregors.
and you know everybody, Gregors, but everybody, is how the fuck do we know that 2-headed thing is Swoop?
I think someone said it was on like some kind of packaging or something like that.
Yeah, we saw art.
A lifting for like toys and stuff, and it had a strafe on it.
Yeah.
There was a photo printed on TFW not too long ago of like the small Cyberverse figures, and there was a 2-headed flying creature, and then that creature had 1 head, and then it had a robot mode. So,
because I just saw something in one of the groups. I can't remember which one it was, but they had like it was like it looked like a book that they had opened, and like you know on the like you open like a hardcover book, and on the inside. The left side,
the flaps and all that shit. Yeah,
exactly. And it had like drawings of robotic dinosaurs. One looks just like Grimlock that we saw in the trailer, and then they had a Swoop that didn't look like a classic like pterodactyl or whatever it is, but it looked like the kind of pterodactyl has like the kind of fin that sits up on the brim of its nose.
I think it's like a pteranodon. I think they call it. I'm not a fucking dinosaur expert. I don't think anyone.
Me neither. I should get my daughter in here. She'd be like, "Turn on Dinosaur Train." I'll fucking show you which one it is. But you know, that particular unit did not have 2 heads. You know, and either that shit is off or this theory is off.
Well, the packaging from the Prime figure that's got like the pictures of the Dinobots, that has a G1 looking Swoop on it. But again, I mean, we've seen toys that look like G1 looks like a G1 Grimlock. So I don't know.
Could it be one of those the monster bots, Double Cross?
That's what this guy was saying. I watched some video.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
It would almost be too cool to be possible. You know what I mean?
We've seen Grimlock's dinosaur or robot mode on that footing.
Right.
So when is he going to turn into a fucking robot, and who is he going to fight? What situation is going to require that big ass thing to turn into a fucking robot?
Now, how big is he going to be?
I think Minosaur's going to be in. I think that's why.
No, I don't know. I think you're crazy.
I think that's Motormaster and no power.
And if they do make a Minosaur, he'll probably be like a fucking house cat compared to fucking Revenge of the Fallen. We'll be sitting there digging up dirt so you can pinch off a fucking loaf of motor oil and fucking carpets. I think I'm dead on.
No, not you. Not you. Not you, man.
Hey, I'm always reaching.
I think
it's
you're reaching for positivity. You know, you're
reaching.
And
okay.
I don't. It would be cool. You know, I'm a StomachCon. Like that's my set. You know, but I don't. I just don't see it. It seems all signs are pointing to that black truck being either Ultra Magnus or Galvatron.
I would prefer neither. I would like that to be Motormaster.
Yeah, that'd be the first time at Black Ultra Magnets.
Yeah, well...
Why can't he be black, Antoine? You racist and shit?
No, that's the color.
Man!
It was also the first time that Optimus Prime had fucking flames painted by an illegal alien on him, too.
Hey. Motherfuckers.
You just saw that still shot, though, of the robot with Megatron's head. I mean, the body's, like, gray.
Right.
It's got those blue, white highlights.
Yeah, he did a classic cut a car in half thing.
Right.
Which everyone, of course, in the Facebook groups were bitching. Why is he doing that again? That trick's so old. Oh, okay then, bitch. You do it. Recreate it. Fucking crybabies.
Michael Bay, I mean, if he made a movie just for the fans, it wouldn't sell. So that's why he's got to make movies like this. So
Well, how do we know?
Because it would make money.
Man,
I mean,
Because look, I'm
fans. If he made a movie for G1 fans, it would not sell as well as these three movies.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Because the only thing that these people care about that go see it, that are like, going to go see it all the fucking time, are fucking hot chicks, explosions, and robots and mayhem. And guess what a G1 movie could have? Hot chicks, explosions, and robots and mayhem.
Alright. I don't think it'd happen.
You mad, bro?
It wouldn't make as much money as the three movies have been making.
Why?
It just wouldn't, because it'd be towards fans. The regular person that goes in the movie theater would not know jack shit about it.
But you just start at the beginning. The regular person doesn't know jack shit about Batman either, but Batman Begins started at the beginning and was a little off, but stayed pretty fucking true to the source material.
Just
a whole new level of fans.
A lot more people know about Batman than they do Transformers. He's been around since the 60s.
But not people know his backstory.
Okay, that might be true, but they still know about Batman. I mean, they know who he is.
They know about justice. And speaking of justice, the third season of Transformers Animated is going to be released. Hell, the whole complete series will be released through ShoutFactory. Now that, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I don't know why. I kind of got this, it's a guilty pleasure. I love that series.
I just read also that they're releasing a Unicron trilogy set also.
Nice.
And like I'm not a huge fan of either of the series, but it would be nice to have them just for the collection that I could watch in my leisure, shit like that. So I'm excited. I'm not excited. I'm not losing sleep over it, but I'll fucking pick it up.
Yeah.
In the case of the Unicron trilogy, at least for Energon, if JQ is acting up, you can sit her down and make her watch them.
As she starts to tear up, you look at her, leaned into her ear, and you go, "You know the series right here, honey? There's no Dinobots anywhere," and then just whisk away.
And now, 30 seconds with a 5-year-old girl that knows more about G1 than you do. JQ.
How come you don't like Starscream?
Because he always argues with Megatron. And his voice is crazy.
You don't like his voice?
No. And Megatron calls him an adult word.
What word?
An idiot.
And you know what's cool is, not for nothing, like I think that the animation in the Unicron trilogy is pretty fucking awesome. You know, like the Japanese kind of got that. You know, they know what they're doing in that department.
I love the fact that you really couldn't bitch about the design of the characters on screen and the toys because it was essentially the same shit. Like, if you ever lost the instructions for any, like, Energon or Cybertron figure, just watch their transformation on the show. And that's what you gotta do to fucking turn him into a robot. Like, that was, like, the best default. Like, oh, how do I transform this Energon Starscream? Oh, wait, episode 1. Oh, look at that. That's impressive. All right. Good times, everybody. Good times. But like I said, I like the animated. It's my guilty pleasure. It's because it has like that rare voice actor accomplishment. David Kaye voiced both Optimus Prime and Megatron. He voiced Megatron in Beast Wars, and he voiced Optimus Prime in animated. Mm-hmm. So I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty big step because not even Peter Cullen can call that, nor can Frank Welker. So
David Kaye's a really nice guy too. I remember that's when Bobby went to the 2008 BotCon. That was when animated first came out.
Yep.
And I got to
They did like the voice actors. Like they did like
they had films. Yeah, they had at the panel.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Well, they had him, the guy that did Bumblebee, and who was the girl? Who was the female? The human?
Sorry.
Her
name was Sorry.
For her there. And David Case, he's a really nice guy. He loves going to the cons. He's been to actually quite a few of them, and he's a really nice guy.
He's actually really good to the fans.
Not for nothing, shout out to everybody that auditioned at that BotCon, and I hope that by now that you have managed to lay butt naked next to a girl.
You know what I really like about that show, though? It's really cool because anyone who's a big fan of Shockwave from the G1 show knows that not only did that same guy reprise his role as Shockwave, he was also the voice for Megatron. So he was like the voice of two popular characters for the Decepticon ranks.
Big villains too, big characters.
Yep.
A lot of people have been waiting for this season too. It's been at least 5 years.
Speaking of big villains, Planet X has revealed a Decepticon figure who is going to tower over their Omega Supreme. I want to hear thoughts on this shit. I wasn't even aware. This didn't even hit my radar. This is one of those situations we talk about where fucking Antoine is all over something that nobody else has any idea what's going on.
This is absolute atrocity right here is what this is. This looks like it's going to be $600 of just frail plastic.
I guess. Can I kill it for everybody before it even starts? I'm sorry. Did you guys actually read this thing?
No.
Go to the comments.
Please.
This was... You want me to tell you now, or do you want me to tell you later?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us now.
This was like an old picture from an article for when the game came out. This was like a preliminary render of Trypticon, and someone just put it with a picture of...
We've been duped. I can tell, like, actually, if you look at the shit down there where it says Trypticon, that's the shit I can recognize from the game. But that 3D, if that's an actual pre-render for the War for Cybertron game, then alright, then that's fine.
Is there any validity to this whatsoever? Is this all this bit true though? I mean, minus the picture.
It's just a rumor. It all came from somebody finding this picture and posting it on Facebook, or posting it somewhere, not knowing what's going on.
Some douchebag named Drift from Full Metal Hero. That's who did it.
Gotcha. This
what the fuck?
This is another thing, though. Like where I can see Planet X doing this, but it's like one of those things where I would pass on it because the game is just it's not my thing. I mean, I love the game. But it's not it's not my hundreds of dollars you can spend.
I sat there and I heard. I'm sorry, Antoine. You go ahead, brother. I apologize.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that they were asking people online to vote to see who they want made, and everybody voted for Dinobot, but they also had Trypticon on there. So I think after the Dinobot, probably Trypticon or something, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what. After the atrocious responses a lot of people gave for that. God awful Omega Supreme that Planet X made, like a really frail plastic. I mean, this shit had stress marks after a few transformations, and that hefty price tag that came along with it. It kind of makes purchasing the Platinum Edition Omega Supreme that you have, Skullface, actually more of a good thing because you now have an upgrade kit coming out for that suit.
Yeah, that cannot wait.
Which is going to make that thing. It's what?
The Platinum Edition Omega Supreme is $100.
Oh yeah. I thought you were an upgrade set, man.
Yeah, me too.
No.
I was going to grab you by the shirt and say, "What did you say?" Tell them that was too much.
Don't scare us like that, Antoine. You're always the bearer.
Yeah. One way or another, Antoine, you scare us like that again, I'll bitch slap you through the computer. It'll happen.
Did anybody buy the Planet X Omega?
No, because no one has $400 to piss away like that unless it involves a strip club, cocaine, and fucking alcohol.
So that's how much Trypticon would be if he came out?
It'd probably be more if they made him bigger because they got to go ahead and fuck you over some more.
Or if it was a proper Omega Supreme. They'd be closer to getting my money with a proper Omega Supreme.
Yeah, if his base mode didn't consist of his chest and his limbs just standing up next to it.
Yeah. But not for nothing, the swoop figure seems to be getting pretty good feedback though.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty happy with it.
But it's so much smaller.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. It's still $80.
I ordered it.
Did you?
I did. So I'll let you know when I get it.
I don't blame you.
You son of a bitch. I love you.
That's the deluxe size, isn't it?
For the record, anyone listening, a lot of my third-party purchases have been made because of T2RX6's fucking reviews.
I know.
Like, I'll sit there like, I don't know if I really want Fan Project Smart Robin. And then I'll watch this video. I just hit add to cart. Oh god, I just paid for it. What happened? What's going on here? It's like, now it's like he did the Trace figure for Toy World. I didn't want it, you know, I'm like, I'm not collecting this combiner. Then I saw his review and it's like, I think next paycheck I could swing it. I think I'll do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy it. It'd be alright. I just, you know, it's cool. He doesn't need to be a combiner. He could be as a figure on his own. He looks sweet. It's cool.
Speaking of Dinobots, new color images of Scoria, which is coming in March.
Everyone, I don't have.
Oh my god.
You're scared.
The 200. March is going to be an expensive month.
Yeah.
I'm going ahead and taking out a second mortgage. But I'm not. Yeah.
That figure alone, I'll tell you right now, I don't have a Masterpiece Grimlock, so I'm not going to get this guy, but if I did have one, yeah, he would have been pre-ordered and paid for by now.
You're goddamn right. This fucking...
Because, motherfucker, he's got the all red faces.
No.
I was like, oh, what a fucking homage! Fat.
I know. I'm just hoping that he does come with all four heads, and it's not like, well, we were testing one and then testing the other, and we decided on this one.
It'd probably be like fucking, what's her face, Iger and their weapons specialist with like 3 heads and like 80 guns.
Yeah, well.
Come on with that add-on kit for Grimlock 2 to make them taller?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing, which I won't use because I keep them on dinosaur mode anyway, but this thing is, oh my god. Yeah.
And it is a very, very nice addition to anyone's collection. Again, I love it when a third party company puts that raised up piece of plastic that kind of looks like a certain sticker should go there.
Yeah.
So they get a lot of respect from me there. It's like, wonderful. I don't have to risk, you know, oh, it'll go here. Oh, it doesn't look good.
We won't actually slap the Autobot logo on. But
not officially.
Disney clear where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
But if you should happen to come
put an outline of it.
If you guys come across your sticker, go right here, just in case. A piece of plastic.
If while you're in your pretend play,
Yeah.
if
you know, unless
happen to find the Autobots and become a member, and he wanted to wear their badge, he probably
they go right here. They go right here. Unless you're arrogant, stuck-up shithead that display, not pray. What a rag. What a Romo.
I love it when he does that shit, man.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I've listened to the last like 10 minutes of episode 3 that we did probably 50 times. Like I've even played it for people who have no idea what the fuck Mach 5 is, don't get the joke at all, and I'm just like, oh, you don't get this?
How can you not get this? What's wrong with you?
Meanwhile, you gonna help me give CPR here, bro? And you're just like, hold on, I just gotta hear it one more time. Mach 5. Certain people at my day job have heard this podcast, and that are Asian that have heard that, and then they go, I'm not offended. You actually sound a lot like my grandfather. And I'm just like, so I go, oh, that's very good. Hey, go watch Car. Like, you're pushing it now. I'm like, I'm sorry.
What song?
You're a big fan. You'll be martial artist. Where's American?
Yeah, I'm not trying to offend anybody.
No.
It's just bunch of shit.
No. Now, speaking of Titans, like Fans Toys is just easily becoming the Titan of the freaking MP Dinobot line with them doing this. Mech Ideas is doing the Techno Toon Titans. I don't.
What? Who can explain this to me?
I don't understand how this is. That even a fucking head?
No, what it is you're looking at the different torsos on them.
Oh.
Basically, in animated, these guys were like Mario and Luigi, essentially. Pipes and Huffer were like Mario and Luigi.
Oh, brother.
Luigi being Pipes and Mario being Huffer.
You know, this is an easy 4-letter word, pass. And,
I'm totally getting these because they're just freaking cool looking and fit that aesthetic.
They
look.
Be cheap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is true. That's where I got to give Mech Ideas credit. They released their Demolition Crew figures at a really good price, and they were really good figures. So if this is their next...
I'm guessing,
what was that?
I'm guessing 40 for the set.
It'll probably be.
Hey, did they show up in the show at the scene where like Rodimus and Blackout and all them showed up? That one spot scene?
No, that was it was Rodimus, Ironhide, Hotshot. Why I don't know, and Brawn.
Yeah,
those were the 4 at that space bridge.
They definitely showed up in season 3 somewhere. I was in a picture earlier.
I am such a fucking nerd. Jesus.
We all remember that battle scene, right, where they showed Blackout, I think. And
yeah, Cyclonus, Obsidian, I think was one.
Everybody,
they fucking
nerd hard-ons for that.
God, such a nerd. They blew off Hotshot's. They blew off Hotshot's fucking leg. Yeah.
The thing with this is, Mech Ideas has been quiet now for
a while,
8 or 9 months.
Yep.
And this is how you come back to me.
I'm okay with it.
That sounds a lot like something my mom said to my dad.
Right. Well, that's how I feel. Like this is how you come. This is, you know what I mean? This filth. I feel like a mob boss.
I disagree with you guys. I like this a lot.
I'll wait till Justin reviews it. And then as always, I will sit there and offer to buy it off him. He'll decline me, and then he'll consider it, and then sell it to someone else. You bastard! I'll never forgive you, Faith Leader.
Oh yeah, you didn't want that.
You bastard! And then I know now.
Are you a big fan, Justin?
Yeah, I love the animated stuff.
Like I said, that's my guilty pleasure. Like, I love that fucking Megatron leader, which consisted of like 3 steps transformation from helicopter to robot and then to God. So I fucking love that figure. So I don't know. It depends. I'll wait till Justin reviews it and then I'll come to a conclusion.
Hey, Greg, what are you going to?
What's Gregor's thing?
Greg, what are you going to sell to get this bad boy?
I don't know if I'll buy them, but I like them.
Do you? Oh, what is fucking wrong with me? I mean, I'm the odd man out for this one, I guess.
I like animated. I like some of their little jokes they did, and I like the fact that it had like SpongeBob in it.
You mean Bumblebee?
No, that was SpongeBob was Starscream.
That's right. Holy shit! Yeah.
Was Bulkhead.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
And I don't know. It was all right. But yeah, I like that a company's making something other than G1. Like I've been saying, I'd like to see maybe some third-party Beast Wars or third-party something else.
I would love to see that because I'm on such a huge Beast Wars kick as of late.
An MP Beast Wars.
I would like to see an MP like Optimus Primal or MP Beast Wars Megatron. Dinobot also, yeah.
Let's get the proper Dinobots first.
No,
yeah, before
you guys are fucking taking what I said and running with it. No. I like seeing, because they never get a toy. They never made a toy of these guys. There were a lot of animated characters, like Omega Supreme, that never got figures. So it's nice to see someone putting them out. I mean, I would like to have a animated Omega Supreme, personally.
I think a lot of
that'd be all.
The other thing we haven't really said about these guys is that it's pretty cool. Mech Ideas kind of has the joints and stuff built in such a way to give them 2 unique transformations and stuff like that outside of just the torsos looking different. So, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like how Mech Ideas does their stuff.
And I might actually pick these up, because I've been looking for I'm in the market for a good Huffer.
What happened?
He sold it.
No, I didn't sell it. It was awesome when I first got it. Well, I got it. I'd been drinking, and the mail came really late because of the weather. And I had a couple of drinks. I was like, "Oh, this seems fucking awesome." Then I broke it. It's just, I don't know. The quality was not there.
Now, was this Cubics or was this the other company?
It was Cubic.
It was Cubics.
It's like a kit, and like Bobby said earlier, like really hoping someone was going to win this one, but yeah, the arms feel like they're made out of like styrofoam or like packing.
Yeah, I'm glad I passed on those motherfuckers. God damn.
I mean, it looks like
God damn.
Yeah, I like fucking passes and shit. I can't wait. God damn.
But speaking of small things like Matt, let's move on to Eagle TF has posted new WST Springer because I guess people are glutton for punishment.
Yeah, that car mold is fucking shit.
Look, let me go out and let me say this first. Like, I met a guy that knows this guy personally. Like, came up with him, and here's the thing. They said that this guy, like, he's got a 9 to 5, the whole bit. He toys around in his basement, and he makes figures, and each one.
Get it?
And each one is like and each one is like handmade by this guy, hand painted by this guy. He boxes it up for you himself. He draws the instructions himself, folds it up, puts it in the box that he has printed, and
man, that is
mails
a pile of I don't care. This is ugly.
I hear you. I'm just saying, like, I think, like, if he sold it, like, I feel like a lot of times when he does stuff, it gets presented as, like, this proper company. You know what I mean? Like he did the cassette swoop tape, and he did, like, a Scourge, and both of them are not for me. But I think if he was just like, look, man, I made this in my fucking basement, and I would personally hand make you one for whatever, I just feel like that's it's a little bit more, like, hat in hand, respectable kind of deal. Like, the guy's obviously talented and puts a lot of craft into what he does, but it just gets presented as like it's a proper third-party company. And when you think of this and you think of a proper third-party company, you're like, I'm not buying this. This is shit. And,
did you see? Did you actually click the link to buy it, or to, like, go where you can get it?
No.
And it says, how would you like to have, a Transformer or whatever that only a couple of dozen people have? And then it said limited to 100 worldwide. And I'm like, I thought these people were supposed to be good at fucking math. Like,
it's like $50.
It's 24, not 100, but whatever. Yeah,
Here's
I like it.
$50. Yeah. Okay, look, I'll go ahead, Antoine. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was going to say also he got a one small magic pack too.
Yeah, I saw that.
My God. Look, I'm just gonna say this. I understand, like, because this guy's Chinese, I'm assuming, right?
I don't necessarily.
I'm not good with these characters. They're fucking kanji or takeout. But the thing here is when my brother was in Japan for like 2 months for business, he says, these WST Transformers, they sell like hotcakes because basically. And again, this isn't like stereotypical. It's kind of proven fact. A lot of living spaces in Japan are kind of confined.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't afford to have big shelves with Deluxes or Voyagers or Leaders like we do. I mean, they could if they want, but the space would get cramped. So these are their alternative. And that's fine, dude. This just ain't for me.
Yeah.
I look at this and I scream, I could blow $50 so much better than paying for this.
Yes, now this is the same company as that makes the proper world's smallest Transformer.
Of course, I know that, but I'm just still. So it's like, okay, this guy put a lot of love, a lot of work into this, but it's like, it's kind of like you said, it's just ain't for me, man. It's like that $49 to go into buying diesel in the future.
Yep, I'm absolutely with you, and like I like that perspective that you fucking necessity being the mother of invention, but
yep.
I got enough space to get a little bit of a bigger unit, you know what
I mean? I know what you mean by that, bro. Yeah. You're talking about sex, right?
Have you guys ever owned any of the actual world's smallest Transformers?
Never. It just never appealed to me.
I got a couple.
Yeah, I got blasted.
I think I got GQ, the Dinobots did.
I have the Dinobots.
I am thinking about maybe the smallest I'll own is like that Kabaya Overlord set that came out recently.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because that actually looks really appealing, and I never owned the G1.
Fine.
And the Dinobots are cute; they're perfect.
Well, I had Starscream, and
Starscream
wouldn't hold together for shit. Sideswipe was comical at best. I had a couple of the Dinobots. I had what's the Stegosaurus? Slag?
Snarl.
I had Snarl, and I had Swoop, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember, bro. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You say just like.
I think somebody started sucking on his toes when he said it. I think I had
somebody licked his butt crack.
It was this cat.
I only opened one of them. I got one from Mega TF Man, actually. As like some kind of contest or something he'd on his channel. And then I got another one from somewhere else because I knew I was getting one of them. I was like, I'll get the whole set. And then when I opened Snarl, and he was just kind of loose and like pieces were falling off and I had to peg him back in, I was like, well, I might as well not open this one because I don't want to lose anything. And then, because I ended up losing one of the fists to my Starscream. And that kind of ruined it. And then I just didn't tell you. Because I just didn't have a place for him.
How ironic. We were just this.
I have the real world's smallest Bumblebee, and he's kind of cool. I like him.
He looks a lot like a vitamin pill, doesn't he?
It looks like a Volkswagen Beetle. I like it.
Oh, that's you're entitled to your opinion, even though it's wrong. But I'm kidding.
Let's just move on to the discussion at this point. And we kind of started it earlier, but there's no sense in stopping now. Let's talk about the impact of fucking, the return of the Bayformer in the fan community, and every fucking message, thread, and every fucking Facebook group has 1,048 comments on it of people really arguing with each other back and forth that they're going to change their fucking mind in the first place. But
you know it gets bad when someone posts in those groups and they go, hey guys, I think maybe we should tone down on the Bayformer talk a lot so everyone gets to cool down, okay? Let's cool off. Like, I sincerely can imagine like maybe 6 of those retards getting fired from their job because they show up like angry because of those discussions. Like, this motherfucker called me a cocksucker. You motherfucker. Fuck him, man. That sideswipe from DOTM was hot. Hot, motherfuckers! Like, that's what I imagine that seriously happened. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead. This is why we're bringing it up.
It's just, it blows my fucking mind, dude, how, like, people take this shit to heart. Like, the only beef I ever have with, like, fans when they're discussing something is when they sit there and they say, this is a pile of dog shit. They don't give any other reason. They post, and I've talked about this before, I've beaten a dead horse, but you know what? Let me pull out the freaking mace and just flail it a little more. But it's like they post a photo of them giving their fucking figure the middle finger. Where I have had conversations with people like freaking Greg over here, who sits there and goes, he'll sell the shit if he really doesn't like it, and then he'll go like, it's really not that great, and blah, 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 and then he'll sum it up with, it's just shit. And the thing is, I mentioned this because I recently got into this almost heated discussion, so I stopped and I was like, this is the internet, I'm done. This guy tried to implement George Carlin into this conversation because he did, because I said, dude, profanity is just pointless when you're using it and you give no valid reasons. Just because something's a pile of dog shit doesn't mean that. It's not literally a pile of dog shit. I doubt anyone would pay $100 for a pile of dog shit. I don't know.
Weird people in the world, they probably is.
They're called fecal-philiacs. I know them. I fucking dated a chick whose dad was one of them. But the fact is, when you say strong words like that, like, this figure's a piece of fucking pile of dog shit. You're doing nothing more than making yourself look like you're fucking the product of 2 cousins fornicating without the proper prophylactics. But you're convincing me that you're so fucking narrow-minded. It means cousins fucking without condoms. It basically shows me that you're so fucking close-minded that you seriously will never attempt to come across as a logical human being.
See, what I'm excited for is see all the reviews, because I watched 4 reviews of that Prime in the last 2 days, and this you really see who the pieces of shit are, and you really see who the good ones are. Because I watched one review that Antoine posted. And this guy who's sponsored by Big Bad Toy Store now, fucking sellout. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, it's so good. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's so cool. It's so easy to transform. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, fuck you. And then I went and watched, I watched Pia's review this morning, and I quote, the 15th step is putting the shield on. He said the 16th step is making sure. No, he said the 17th step, or the 16th step is fixing everything that you just did when it falls off. The 17th step is depression, and the 18th step is buyer's remorse.
And that's why we need to hound him to get on the show.
That's awesome.
It's very rare to hear him say anything really negative like that, too.
Well, he still found a way to make his sponsor happy. He was like, save your $60 and go buy something from TS Source. It's worth a damn.
Oh my god.
I watched another guy do a review, and he's like, yeah, this is so great. And he's like, Chrome looks really good. Blah, blah, blah. Get yours at Big Bad Toy Store. And I watched like another review, and the guy's like, yeah, this is, yeah. He was all excited. He's like, I can't wait to get it out of the box. And he's like, yeah.
I watched one reviewer review that figure, and he basically summed up like if I was to consider even buying that figure. Like I joke around when a friend of ours, Max, posted a thread about it, and I wrote so bought. But he fucking, this reviewer raised my fucking concerns evenly. He goes, A, this truck mode is deceptively light because A, the entire figure is hollow as fuck. He turned it upside down when he was in truck mode, and it just looked pathetic. Second, he goes, all the chrome, did they not learn anything from their freaking Transmetal Beast Wars figures? The shit's gonna flake off in a few years. If not just from it happening constantly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like he raised a lot of cons. He's like, yeah, hey, the sword and shield looks cool, but if you put the shield in the hand, you know, it looks ridiculous. It looks like a serving tray. You know, if you there's no wrist swivel, so you can't get him in cool poses. He's holding it one way. He basically goes, if it was like a $20, $30 figure, he would totally recommend it. But for $60, he says, I would recommend you stay away from it.
Yeah.
And it's an overpriced, like, fancy looking thing.
My question is, why didn't they chrome the freaking smokestacks?
I don't know. It's like ultimate fail. Why didn't they chrome the fuel tanks on the side of it?
Yeah, all the things that they could chrome, they're like, it
makes
sense.
There are trucks I've driven that have that shit chromed out, man, and it's like they didn't do it here? Wow.
Yeah.
Must have been a factory reject.
Here's a question, you guys. Why is this figure out 3 months ahead of time?
I don't. Isn't it supposed to be like a preview figure, like they did with Bumblebee, Justin?
Yeah.
It's like the first edition Prime stuff was out like right before Prime came out, and I think last movie wasn't there a side reverse Commander Optimus Prime that came out or something?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, the Commander
with the 3D glasses and all the other crap that nobody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I can still find one at my Toys R Us if I look.
I'm not even, I haven't watched any of the reviews of that figure. I probably will end up watching Piaz since it sounds funny, and maybe I'll have a laugh. But it's just like I don't really give a fuck about it. I'm not going to buy any of them. I guess I might be tempted to pick up the Dinobots. It depends.
Yeah, that's what I'm really aiming for. I hope that's not disappointment.
The only money that this fucking thing is going to get for me is a ticket on opening night. I might go back and take my daughter to it if the Dinobots get enough screen time, and I think that she'll be interested in it. I'll probably pick up the soundtrack, because the scores are like the best thing about those fucking movies, in my opinion. And when it's in the fucking bin on Black Friday in November for fucking $4.99, I'll probably pick it up on DVD.
I will tell you the best formula for you, Skullface, to do this without feeling much remorse. Don't watch it opening night. Actually, take your wife to see it on a matinee show, so you're not paying full ticket price for it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it then. Well, not enjoy it, but have the fun, have the day with the wife. And if it's good enough and you think it's safe enough for your little one to watch, you take you take your daughter and you go take her again on another matinee show, so that way you're not getting ass raped for fucking $12, $13, whatever a ticket costs nowadays. So that's what I plan on doing.
You're right, but I'll probably end up going with that, and we've gone to every one of them opening night, for better or for worse. And just the tradition of it. Like I'm still a fucking fan, and like I still like to see transforming robots that sound and look vaguely familiar to me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not those parts that bother me. It's all the shit in between.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It's just, what bothers me is all the unnecessary dialogue with the humans.
Yeah.
That's what's always kind of pestered me. Like, I didn't need to spend 20 minutes with fucking Sam Witwicky and Dark of the Moon about getting to know his life.
Or
the film's called Transformers, not Sam Witwicky and the Transformers.
Or besides that, I mean, they spend 2 films establishing Megan Fox and working out the relationship between the two of them just because of some fucking statement she made. They throw that away for the film.
Well, the producer of the film was Jewish, Spielberg, so that kind of had a lot to do with it. So he's like, "Oh my God, she called you a Nazi! What a whore! Get rid of her! Get that slut from Australia to get over here!" Oh, vey!
Wow.
I gotta go to Woody Allen's house and rub down his kids.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry. I've been hearing the fuck out of that on the radio like all week. It's like Woody Allen molested Mia Farrow's daughter. I'm like, well, didn't he marry one of them? Is everyone shocked? Clearly, the guy doesn't care. Shit. But anyway, yeah. It's. I understand where you're coming from on that. Sorry about the Woody Allen. Just you feel free to send all hate mail to t2rx6@youtube.com. And
so anyway, this fucking new wave of IDW is hitting stores. The Starscream Armada has to be only in fucking Target, and people are having a hard time. I still haven't seen any of them.
I haven't either, and it's depressing.
Which brings us to the age-old discussion, especially the Scalper versus distribution discussion. But it's especially sensitive around this time of year, like that first couple months after fucking Christmas, where no stores are on top of their inventory because the Christmas rush is over.
And they're doing resets.
Fucking fine figures hidden behind, Octonauts. And, just the... does anybody have any thoughts on the Scalper issue or the lack of distribution? Why is Target,
it's
the fucking store that's got them when everybody's fucking pegs are empty with the exception of the Beast Hunters figures that have been sold now for fucking 9 months? Like, today's going to make a fucking difference.
Right.
Buy them, look at that fucking shit and move on.
Yeah, pretty much. When it comes to the Scalper, dude, it's weird because it's like you have incidents like with Greg's been known to hook up a few friends at a time. It's one thing if I sit there and I go to a Target and I see some guy picking up all the new Generations figures that came out, puts them in his cart, but I'm looking at him and I know he's like, okay, this is for that guy, this is for this dude, this is for that dude. I probably won't fuck with the guy, but if I see a guy like I have in the past that I know is scalping, I'm just gonna walk up and be like, I know you don't need all that, brother. How about you let me take these 3 off your hands and we'll call it good. And then normally I get replied with a, well, if you, I'm like, maybe I'll give you your inhaler, because watching you reach for your back pocket is a lot like watching a T-Rex put on a fedora. It's amusing.
Where you look at look at any of this fucking wave on eBay right now, and it's like $35.90, which is it's not. What's the big 90? Just say 35.
I'll sit there and
$35.90 is pretty fucking insulting. Plus $9.99.
Oh no! The best part is best offer, and then you go ahead and you go, all right, well, let's say 30, and it's declined. Then you sit there and it's $36 or best offer. You put in $35.50, it's still declined. And then you call out the store on their Facebook page. You call them a bunch of fucking scalping fags, and then now they blocked you on eBay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't buy from your store, your eBay storefront, which a majority of your feedback comments have nothing of figure smells like cat piss. What's up with this? And then the reply is, we don't have a cat. Yes, you do. You just tend to eat them because you're Korean or whatever.
Wow. Yeah. At double the price.
It's insane. It's unnecessary. This is where I confess. Like, I scored my Fall of Cybertron Grimlock from Toy Arena.
Yeah.
And I paid about $50 for that bitch.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I wanted him that bad.
Oh, I
yeah, you remember, dude? I remember, like, I was telling Greg, I'm like, yeah, man, I got Fall of Cybertron Grim. Like, oh, how much you pay for him? I don't want to tell you. He's just like, nah, come on, tell me. I paid like $50. He wrote back, fag.
Hey, I bought Whirl. The Whirl cost me almost $40 by the time it was said and done.
Shit.
$30 and like $6 something shipping.
Dude,
but
how are the knees on that thing?
I like it.
Do you? Because
I'm hearing
a lot of talk.
I've got it in my hand right now.
With the knees.
No, people are fucking idiots.
Those are extremely nitpicky people.
There is a joint where I didn't even realize it because I didn't even read the instructions. I just transformed it.
No big deal.
There's an additional joint that forms like the curve where it does the chicken leg, and I didn't even realize it's there because it's that tight, and you have to you have to put equal pressure on both parts so you don't snap the motherfucker, apparently. But I haven't had any trouble with it.
Gotcha.
I like them. I like them a lot. Don't put stickers on them. I put like put the red stickers on the propellers, and I put an Autobot logo on them. In fact, I actually used an outline symbol that I have from Reprolabels.
Yeah.
I'm actually just waiting for Reprolabels.
Are you?
I figured, why bother putting these stickers on when I'm sure Reprolabels is going to put it something else. Yeah.
Well, after it's all said and done, I mean, paying $40 per world. As many times, I mean, when he does eventually hit stores, as many times as you go to the store looking for him, I mean, alone in gas, I mean, you're already paying for it already. So
that's true, but you also a lot of times you need to get other shit. Like you're going to Target.
Yeah, I mean,
toothpaste.
And I'm not, I'm sure y'all, I don't know if y'all do it, but it's kind of a rush when when I found Scoop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh no, of course, dude. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, something you could probably relate to. Now, this is back when I was collecting the Generations cone heads. They had just released Dirge around my area. And not only did I find Dirge, but I found them in a Walmart, so I'm paying less than I would at Toys R Us at the time. And the packaging was kind of ruined, so I spoke to a manager and ended up walking out of there paying like $8.29 for that bitch. Now that's that's like, oh man, I just found this dude and I paid like half for him. Awesome, So everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Like and that's what I like about hunting. Sorry.
I said it before, and I've said it before. Good morning, Cybertron. I love the hunt. I bitch about it like anybody else, but when I
found that figure,
that shit feels like $1 million in fives, man. Like that shit.
I got all excited, man. I mean, when I found Scoop and Starscream, which they're going to be out, in masses and everything, but when I finally found it, because I haven't found anything in like a month, I was like, fuck yeah. About time.
It feels good, and then I get it out of the box, and I convince myself that it's okay, and then about a week later,
I gotta ask everyone. So, like, when you go hunting and you get a good score, you're driving home. Have you ever tried, maybe opening the package?
Of course.
Oh, okay, just make sure I'm not alone in this. You sit there and you try to transform him with one arm.
When I got tracks, I did that. I was posting pictures in the chat, or not chat, kids.
Yes.
I was posting pictures. I was in traffic. I was in light traffic, and I was transforming.
And he had both hands to the top of the steering wheel, holding fucking skids between the thumb and index finger of both hands, while the other fingers wrapped around his steering wheel.
Using his tongue to activate the feature. Click. I got it. That's good.
I just sat in the parking lot for the comic.
Oh, okay.
Because I specifically had the day off and I took her to work, and I went to Target just to see if they had Scoop, and they had all of them. And I got Scoop.
You got the combiner.
No, well, I did. I got. What was that shit? What kind of fucking giggle was that?
That's me laughing at
See that, or someone's getting their balls licked. I laugh like that.
I got Scoop, and then they had that Beastfire Predaking for $25. I put that bitch in the cart, and I walked off the aisle, and I got 2 aisles down, and I just stopped, and I fucking did a 3-point turn and backed up and went back, and I was like, fuck. So then I grabbed the Minicon combiner, and I started walking. And I got to housewares. I was like, fuck. I stopped and I went back, and I put back Predaking. I put back the combiner. I was like, I'm just going to get Scoop. I was good. I got my dog food, cat food, went home. And then this dude was just like, man, I'd like to get a Skywarp. Oh, I know where there's one for you. And I got in the car and I drove to Target and I bought the combiner. Because he's so bad. It's horrible. And that was the whole reason I wanted it. And I kind of want to unload it, but at the same time, I want to rip it apart and have Scoop doing, or World doing some weird shit to it on the shelf.
Teabagging it.
Any thoughts about this fucking wave and its availability?
I want them. I want all of them, and weirdly enough, I don't want Scoop. I'm not crazy about it. He just looks really flimsy to me.
He looks really bright. He looks really
yeah.
Color. It's not flimsy.
The colors are really cheesy.
Like, are those legs hollow? Do they fold back on the thighs?
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, they just.
Not, I mean, really. I mean, I'm looking. He's right next to me. I'm playing with him right now. He's a very sturdy, transfer.
Yeah, the plastic is really good on him and Whirl. Like, really good. Like, better than.
Like, I want Whirl because of my record set. I want Skywarp to complete my Fall of Cybertron Seekers. I want Armada Starscream because I hated the original toy, but seeing all the reviews for him online is making me want him even more. And Minicons, I could go either way with it. I'm not exactly crazy.
I'm going to get the Scoop, and I'm going to get Skywarp for the same exact reason. And the Minicon set, like, I might get just to, like, review and have, like, a good, just, and then maybe, like, take a hammer to it.
Well, there's some parts about that set that work really well. And then there's, like, the parts that really should work well that don't, like the arms and the chest and the pretty much everything.
Hey, has anybody confronted a scalper? I know Oscar has, but I've never. I mean, I'm in Arkansas, and there's a lot more people coming out now on the boards and stuff and everything that are collecting. But I've never really confronted a scalper before.
I've never caught one in the act. Like, I think a lot of the scalpers around here are like, they're there when that bitch opens and they know when the trucks come in.
Oh yeah, they know.
And then, I mean, like, it's hard with 2 kids getting out the door before 9 o'clock. It's hard, dude.
When you got a job.
What's like a? Go ahead, Justin.
I was gonna say, I also think a lot of people who claim foul on scalpers are just there's other people in their area who are looking for the same thing, and since there's only 2 of them in a box, they both got purchased and they got.
Right. Also, usually give them somebody else anyway. So, I mean, they're getting it from a friend.
Right. Which is not really scalping. It's just the shit that you see where it's like Joe Schmo on eBay is selling his Scoop for $35 and $10 shipping.
Right.
And you're like, oh, well, you motherfucker, you didn't even open it and realize you hate it. You know what I mean? You just bought it to sell it.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but I've also had times where I've picked up something. And then I saw that it was going for a crazy price. I'm like, I'll just get this later, just
yeah, I mean, I guess it's all it's all part of the game. First come, first serve. And,
I mean, I certainly didn't go back and buy 20 copies of it, but I certainly sold the one I had to fund the one I was going to purchase later on.
I even think that if you buy it and you throw it up on eBay, with the 99-cent bit, and you just let it do what it does. That's
the
not
market has defined itself. So
that's not on you. If you're asking $45, you're asking twice more, almost three times the fucking ticket price. That's crazy.
That is a little absurd. I mean, out by me, it's funny. You could tell who the scalpers are because the Walmarts here they're 24 hours like they all are, but they'll hang out by the toy aisle and they'll be sitting there with their arm flexed on top of a box on a pallet and they're resting their head on their hand and they're just waiting, and then they see them drop that pallet off in a toy aisle and it's like clockwork. They just get up in one swift motion. As they're getting up, they flip out the little box cutter they got, and then you hear them tell their friend, look for the one with Hasbro. No, that's Star Wars. You can't make any money on fucking Star Wars. It's gotta be like G.I. Joe or fucking Transformers. Yeah, get the Turtles one too. You hear him talk all this shit. So it's like...
Star Wars market's crazy too, man.
Yeah.
All this shit is crazy.
Sometimes those are pretty bad too, aren't they?
Which one?
Hot Wheels?
Oh, that I would imagine, but I don't know.
I do.
Collectors.
I had dropped a kid off at work, and I had to go to Big Lots. And Big Lots is right beside the Toys R Us by my house, the one that I never go to. And I was like, well, there's a crowd of people out there. Wonder what's going on there. And it was 4 old men. And then this kid who was with his mom, and he made his mom drop him off, down in front of Big Lots, and he walked down to Toys R Us. I was like, fuck it, I'll go in there. There was something that was coming out. And it's like, well, maybe they got it. These 4 old men, as soon as the door opened, they all knew each other and everything. They were, shoving each other out of the way and, running, taking different directions. One guy tried to cut around the Legos. One guy, obviously knew the shortcut to the bikes. They went back there looking for the Hot Wheels. And they were all back there just tearing all the Hot Wheels off the shelf. And
It got bad. They started using colostomy bags as weapons.
and I asked, I asked the guy about it, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, some of these are really rare." And I'm like, "Do you make anything out of it?" He's like, "I put one of my kids through school."
No way.
So,
On Hot Wheels, yeah, definitely.
Because the thing about Hot Wheels is if you sell those for 3 times the price, it ain't that bad. Like $6. But speaking of IDW, Antoine just posted it in the chat not too long ago. But that cover of I think it's the Dark Cybertron series.
Yeah.
It's got the 3 fembots on there.
It's got a red wing. Gross.
And I think the purple one's going to be RC.
no, I was saying that particular mold might be RC. I think that's Souls or something like that. I guess I don't know.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, I would imagine that one of those 3 is going to be the mold for the RC that we get.
Right.
Yeah, and then the other one's Chromia.
You're right.
Well, what about the RC we've already seen, though? Like the one from More Than Meets the Eye, or from Robots in Disguise and whatnot.
Just get the facelift.
Yeah, the one thing that you kind of have to remember is that it is a kids line, and that's not exactly a very kids-friendly RC, that one.
Well, and
although that's why I kind of like her, though.
Oh yeah, I love her because of that, but I just don't think that that's going to translate well. So I think you're going to see that things are going to end up being different because of that.
They'll change.
Starscream, and they wanted to put out an Armada Starscream figure, and how do they sell it? By giving him a new body and More Than Meets the Eye.
Exactly.
And bringing it.
Well, it's if you read I forgot what site I think it was TFW or something like that. I came across like the script for some of these books from IDW, and basically it's kind of weird because like you hear them say like the way some comic book writers write is like they obviously set up the scene like, okay, interior of Starscream's office, and then, the Starscream's at his desk or whatever, and then in comes Tailgate, and then in parentheses, dude, you have to make him look like the design we got from Hasbro. It's gotta be released coincided with this is the comic that's gotta be packed with a toy or some shit like that. It's gotta look like the toy. It's got to. So that's why you have that issue of like More Than Meets the Eye, like this fucking ripped ass fucking Tailgate.
I talked to Roche. I think it was James Roche at TF Con. I talked to another guy that was at SlagaCon. Nick Roche at SlagaCon. They both work for IDW, and like I was telling them that I really tip my hat to them because I think that they're like the leading creative force in the genre at the moment, and they were saying that the best part about it is that Hasbro doesn't fucking get involved at all. Like, they just turn a blind eye.
I think,
but since this wave where they started packing the comics in, I think that we might be seeing an end to the golden years of IDW Transformers.
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, I think it's just for the sake of these figures because, we don't, the fucking Sandstorm we got in the comics is the last time I seen him was in Last Stand of the Wreckers. He didn't, he had a fucking mouth plate.
Yeah, that's true.
If you look at them in that. So it's like, I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking just for this certain line, for this year anyway, they're just redesigning the looks of certain characters to make them coincide with how they're going to look in the book.
I hope that's
so.
I hope they don't.
I hope so too, because I think their fucking stuff's been dynamite.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. So.
We got a question this week from old Fredrico Savage. What is your favorite, most prominent childhood memory related to Transformers? Whether it's memory, any kind of memory. I guess it could be good or bad. Most prominent could imply either. So let's go down the line. Oscar, what do you got?
Would have to be the one I still have in my collection. Is the oldest Transformer, which is my G1 Bovis Tantrum. The way I got him was like again, my dad was a butcher when I was a kid. He used to take me to work with him all the time. So like during summer vacation, I worked with him 2 weeks straight, never bitched, never complained. He was like really proud of that. So at the time, like my dad you know, I don't know if he was fucking purposely trying to traumatize me or trying to see what his job was like. He took me to a slaughterhouse to show me, like, you know, how it is they select certain animals for certain stuff. So we went out to a toy store afterwards, like, oh, I'll buy you something. You've been really good these last 2 weeks. And I was like, all right, cool. And I think I was like 10 at the time. So we go into this one, like, we rarely went to a Toys R Us when I was a kid. Mostly because A, it was too far. And for him, it was too expensive. So we always went to like this little Chinese, like, specialty shop that was in like the main strip of like of Union City, off Bergen Line Avenue. So we walked in there, and then I remember like I saw a real life bull for the first time in my life at that slaughterhouse. Just, it wasn't killed, you know, it was still alive and shit. So I remember this is when I grabbed my tantrum, and I told my dad, "Hey Dad, how about this one?" And my dad's like, "Oh well, you know, I think it was like fucking $12.99, I think at the time." But when my dad turned it around, he goes, "Oh, 5 of them turned into a big robot." My dad was a fan of combiners. He was like, for him, those were bargains.
Right.
You know, he was like, "Oh, the kid gets 5 robots, and then he gets a giant one. He can't bitch."
Right.
So, you know, my favorite memory is my dad looking at it, going, and he just sits there and goes, "Hey, it looks like a bull." I'm like, yeah, his name's Tantrum. And he goes, "Yeah, you throw those." Okay, yeah, let's do this. So my dad bought it, and it's the oldest one in my collection I still have today. So the memory of me having them is actually, you know, it's near and dear to heart.
Nice. Antoine.
Let's see. Well, my first Transformer ever was Devastator, the G1 Devastator.
Nice.
I got that from my mom's because I guess basically because I had good grades and stuff, so she figured, "Why don't treat me to a figure?" So she got me the gift set.
Nice.
She got me the gift set. You know what? I don't know if it was a G1 Devastator or the Diaclone colors. I really forgot, but both of them came in the gift set.
Greg.
At the time, I got a cliff jumper and a free van ride.
Oh Lord! I think I know how this is going to end.
It's kind of. I hope you do. I hope you do, because I forget what happened next. It got kind of dark.
It involved candy, Vaseline, and a lot of thrusting.
Yeah,
Installing carpet.
I don't remember what my my first Transformer was, to be honest with you. I think getting Double Dealer. I've got some pretty good memories of that. I don't know. The ones I vividly remember getting, I have decent memories with all of them.
I've been smoking marijuana since.
You know, it doesn't have to be necessarily buying a toy. You know,
it's just a memory. Like, you know, I got this sweet blowjob when I held this double cross in my hands.
I guess the Seacons, because I got all of them in a store at the beach, and it was raining every day. I found one.
Huh.
Nice.
I loved rain at the beach. I don't know why.
Me too.
Man, I fucking love that combiner set though, the Seacons. I don't know. I got like this. I got the one when BBTS had them on clearance for like $35.
Oh, yeah.
Third
party.
And I was
third party.
Yeah,
man.
Third party. Yeah, it's still in stock, and you can still go to a convention and see someone selling that same set for like $85.
Yeah.
This is like, it's like motherfucker.
Matt, what about you for memory?
Had to be Christmas. It was around 86 or 87, right after the movie came out. That's when my father was in the hospital with cancer, and we went to it was my Christmas that year, and my mom got me a bunch of Transformers. She got me Triptychon, Skylynx, Galvatron, and
damn,
I think it was Hot Rod too. She got me.
Oh my god!
It's like throwing money at the problem, or
yeah, well, kind of. That's what my mom did, but you know, I still love her.
no, I mean, my wife did it with me when my grandmother died. Like, just what do you want?
But I remember waking up Christmas, and I was with some friends, and I remember them getting that's when the Nintendo first came out, and they got one. I was like, I don't want one of those things, so I got one like a week later because I loved it. But they got the Cobra, the Terradrome. Remember them having that too, and but like I said, I had all those Transformers. It was so awesome. I still wish I had them, but Oh well. Yeah, that was my probably.
That's a hell of a haul, bro. I remember showing my dad Triptychon, and my dad goes, never. Look at this Huffer. Isn't he wonderful?
I had He-Man hauls like that. Like when the line was ending and they all started showing up at like Big Lots. And like I remember Christmas, I got this, there was this huge ass box with my name on it. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And there was like 20 figures in there and like 4 vehicles. And yeah, they were all like $1.50 a piece or whatever back then, but you know.
Oh, God. What about you, Justin?
Mine is really kind of weird. I was sick and I went to the doctor's, and I remember hanging out there, and there was this kid playing with a Metroplex and a First Aid, and I'd never seen First Aid ever before. And I was like, whoa, what is that? And he was telling me it was First Aid and part of Defensor and all this stuff, and that kindled my love for Defensor, which keeps going today. So.
I kind of have 3, but I'll make them short. Like they're kind of tied. The 2 most positive moments I remember is I saw the fucking movie in the theaters with my dad, and my dad was like, he was a fireman. He's instilled in me the importance of showing up early to shit. So like we were usually like 45 minutes to an hour early to movies, like when I was a kid. And this one was like the only movie we ever showed up late to, so we had to sit in like one of the first few rows, and this was a fond memory to me, like watching it with him. And then the other fond memory I have was I fell off the monkey bars when I was a kid, and I bit 2 holes through my tongue, and I didn't cry, and my father was a big fan of that. So like he fixed my mouth up, so to speak, and then ran me up to Toys R Us, and I was like, what are we going here for? And he was like, you showed some real grit today, boy. Like that was his exact words. And he bought me fucking G1, the Constructicon, the gift set. And
hold my cigarette. Daddy's got a parallel park.
Yeah, and that was him. I remember him buying cigarettes and ripping the fucking the filters off, like when he like couldn't get the pack that he wanted. That guy's tough as fucking nails. But anyway, but my most prominent memory is my mother never bought me shit. Like as a kid, never fucking spent a nickel. And one time I was out with her, and she bought me G1 Tantrum.
Nice.
Out of the blue. Just bought it for me and gave it to me, and I was like, holy shit, like, this is my mom, like, buying me, like, I didn't even know how to fucking act, like, I was beside myself. So I was so proud of it, and I was like, can I take it to my dad's? I had my mom have me during the weekends, and she was like, oh, absolutely, which was like another crazy thing. So my mother never let me take shit from her house to my dad's house. My dad was fine, he didn't care. My mother was crazy about it. Like, no, I bought them for you, you're gonna stay here, and you play with them, and you're here. So I took them to my dad's. My dad was like, what's that? And I was like, Tantrum, Mom bought them for me. Like, it's kind of crazy, and he's pretty awesome. And then it came to find out the only fucking reason why she bought them for me was my dad had talked to her like a week before and said he was getting me the Predacon set for Christmas. And, so if she was going to give me anything, don't give me any of those, because he was already getting them. So she fucking bought it and gave it to me early to fucking ruin his gift.
Wow.
I mean,
that's fucked. Yeah, it's the type of person my mom is, though. But anyway, let's move on. Let's end on that fucking happy note. We are available on fucking Podomatic and iTunes and YouTube as always. We're always looking for more questions. We are kind of like a little bit rougher around the edges than some other podcasts, so, don't feel like, even if your question is stupid, we'll wait till the show is over to fucking call you everything under the sun, and we'll treat you respectable while the show's going on.
Yeah, Fredrico, way to depress us, bastard.
I gotta go cry.
We'll be back. Thank you for being my friend so far. We will be back next week with another installment. We're coming up on fucking the Toy Fair. I think it's 2 weeks, so we're all looking forward to that. As Oscar always says, be good to yourselves and each other. And until next time, say goodnight.
You've been shattered.